Dada, do we need like a guru, guide, master to connect with the divine?
To connect with the divine or to communicate with the divine, you don't need anyone.
Okay.
You have your energy within, your soul within. Through this soul, you can immediately connect with your God or any form of the divine that you are naturally connected with. So you don't need anyone for that.
Okay.
But to discover God or to experience divine,
Right.
to understand the divine, then you'll need someone who knows that, who has experienced it already, or who is in that state, realized state.
Right.
This person can help you, guide you well, because he knows the path. Then you will be able to reach there and experience the divine, experience God within yourself. So you may call God or self, whatever. It's a process of discovering self or God.
Right.
So once you reach there, then you have that state, being complete.
Right.
Then there is no struggle, internal struggle.
Right.
There is no more suffering.
Right.
You just flow with the divine. You're part of that big divine. So I would say you will need a master, living master specifically, because living master shares the same planet, same air that you breathe, same food that you eat. Through that, he can impact your physical, psychological, emotional, spiritual layers, because he is also living with you. If you see anyone who was there in the past, you may follow his thoughts. He may appear in your dreams. He may come and guide you also. But to transform your entire being, you need someone physical, a living master. That's what, if you can go back and see Lord Buddha when he was there alive on this planet. That time 10,000 people got enlightened.
Right.
After that, do you know anybody else who got enlightened by following Buddhist practice? No. After he left, when Lord Buddha departed, when he got nirvana, after that, how many people that they followed Buddhist techniques or practices and they got enlightened? Hardly, maybe, not even more than 100.
Right.
What does this tell you? When you have that living body there, living realized being, your experiences are more profound. You reach there easily. And you know the truth.
Correct.
You experience the truth.
Right.
That's what, living master will change your being. You may read books also, but these books will only give you gyan, knowledge.
Right.
But transformation will never happen.
Right. So, Dadashri ji, I am an actor and I have recently played a very innocent young girl in a series called Ashram. And my character also portrays and also is in Hindi, as they say, Pratik, a young ladki jo youth hai, yuva hai. So, she is enamored by this Kashipur Wale Baba, and she completely trusts him, and she thinks of him as God, and turns out that he is nothing close to God. So when this happens, of course in the story she gets a hit of it, but when this happens and there are a lot of gurus who are misleading and people lose their faith completely, and they pretty much are going away from something that could help them. Like you said, you need a living master, but probably it's not been portrayed or translated or transferred the information from the divine through the master to people in a very good way, and now they are refraining from it and they don't want to, in fact, know more. So how do we change this? Because the change is required and people need to be told the better way rather than the way which was misleading. So how do we, what do you think about it?
But now again, there are two sides of this scenario. One is you, and another is your master that you are following in that series that you are doing. If we look at you first as a person, every person has a relationship with people around, mother, father, dear friend, close friend, or husband, children. Even there is always that constant fear. Will they betray me? Will they be unfaithful to me? So these things do happen in your real life also. It's not only that single person. It happens in your real life. And then you go through that rejection or pain and sometimes depression, then losing faith. in people that I don't want to believe in someone who is like this or like that. If there was a boy in your life who was tall,
Right.
and then you'll start hating everyone who is tall, because tall people do like this, or maybe short, or maybe fair skin.
Right.
I don't like people from maybe this region because these people they cheated me, or specifically that boy. You generalize things automatically. That's how your mind works.
Right.
So here, this is one side of you. This happens with everyone. You kept faith in someone and then betrayed.
Yeah.
But you have to overcome this. This is your own personal journey.
Right.
It's not about that person. It's about you. How do you again gather yourself? How you become, more strong or empower yourself with better, higher qualities, and then you can, come back and do better things, or maybe go back and teach him a lesson. That is always a possibility.
Right.
But then it's about you, your own journey.
Right.
So you have to become more strong. That's one side of it. Second is about guru. If there you have to really know, before you have faith in anyone else, you can follow someone, but take your time to have faith in someone else, because you have to again, see what was your purpose, your reason of joining or be part of that cult or institution. And I have seen, many such things happening recently also.
Right.
What I learned is that if you have that sense of differentiating between good and bad, then it becomes easy to be part of something like this. Then if your guru is working more on becoming famous than imparting knowledge, then at something there is twist. I think he is not focusing on something where we wanted to
Correct.
to experience, to know more, but all the time it is about becoming more famous or becoming more powerful, or asking people to surrender to him all the time. It's like, it's not about knowledge then, true knowledge. It's about being himself.
Right.
That's where then you need to think about, I think there is something wrong happening, and, it's not the path that I wanted to be in. That should set an alarm within you.
Correct.
If you understand this.
Right.
So there are some such signs that you should look into it.
Right.
If he is more on more earning money, wealth,
Right.
or luxury
Right.
takes over simplicity.
Right.
If you sense that, oh, I think this is what is happening. It's about all luxury here and no more simplicity left.
Right.
That's something should set an alarm. No, this is not the path that I wanted to be in.
Okay.
So these are, and always divine will give you these signals
Right.
that something wrong is happening. You should explore and ask your guru directly that what is this about?
Right.
That I'm not liking this, and what are you doing? We want to know more about our own self or about our own growth. Guide us. If he's focusing on something else, then it is not right.
Right.
And if it is talking about material possessions, wealth, all these things are coming in his speeches or talks, then that's something that you need to really think about.
Right.
Other thing which I felt here, for gurus specifically, those who are, leading and organization, spiritual organization, I felt that there is no one above them. There is no one above them who is guiding them or controlling or regulating their functions or actions. If there had been someone, their own master, things would have been easy.
Correct.
So for them, it is like they are God and they want to rule, they want to control, and it becomes easy. So always there should be someone above them who is actually monitoring them
Right.
and guiding them.
Right.
If you see that there is no one above him or her, then again we should be more cautious there to see things.
Right.
So this sense will be given to you.
Correct.
It's not fear, it's not about doubt. It's a natural sense that will be given to you by the divine, and use it, wisely use it. You have gone there for your spiritual growth. Is it happening?
Right.
Is it truly served there? That this is what you are supposed to read, follow. So these things are done. So if you follow someone totally, the faith is, we can call it as blind faith, definitely. You just internally surrender to whomever you believe in. But even then practically you need to still see things.
Right.
That whether you trust but you verify.
Right. Yeah.
and nothing wrong in that. And you should have liberty to ask questions to your master. So there are very basic signs and basic things. If you are open to it, it will be very easy. So I can't say that you were, you know, a victim. You allowed him to be a victim. So it was, it's your fault also.
Right.
You know, so you need to be in that state
Right.
wherein that, you know,
Aware.
you understand your own position, your own, you know, state as well as his. And if you, even if you surrender whatever it is, even then the practical sense should be always be there.
Correct. Right.
Because it is given to you, so I would say you are also at fault. And obviously someone who is in that position, even he is at fault.